You are now listening to Vigilantes Radio, presented by the Only One Media Group. This is the people's choice for quality interviews, celebrities, and special guests. Hosted by Demetrius Dinny Reynolds. Call in to join the mix at 701-801-9813. For the complete archive of episodes, visit onlyonemediagroup.com and be sure to like us on Facebook at Vigilantes Radio. We welcome all. Enjoy the show. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome your host, Demetrius Houdini Black Reynolds. Enjoy the show.
Hello. Welcome back to another awesome episode of Vigilantes Radio Podcast right here on iHeartRadio. I'm your host, dini-mussolini, and we have a very special, incredible guest. For prime time, right? Yeah, we're in prime time right now. So if I were you, I will go ahead and grab my snacks and choice of sippage or beverage for you guys who don't know what sippage is. But yeah, do that, and we're about to dive deep with the artist by the name of Ty Lashay. But yeah. So the moment of truth, you persevered through the dark, through the difficult times. You've taken each challenge in stride and overcome countless obstacles in the way. Just when you're beginning to turn the corner, just when it looks like it's all starting to go your way, a huge setback comes along and knocks you back down. Just when things are starting to go well after a long and difficult effort, the momentum is suddenly snatched away from you. How many of you guys can attest to this? Man, well, that is when it is most important to not give up, to keep on going. Pick yourself up, no matter how discouraged you may be. Now is your opportunity to cross the threshold into a realm where success is virtually assured. You were so close, and then the world beat you back down again. And probably beat you up again once you try to, stand on your knee. Story of my life. But find a way to keep on going. It is indeed a moment of truth when you can pick yourself back up, weary though you may be, tired, sick and tired you may be, get back in the game. And at that moment you'll know with absolute certainty that nothing can stop you, that nothing can keep you down. What would you attempt if you knew you could not be stopped? So with that in mind, keep going no matter what, and you will reach truly magnificent heights in whatever you choose to undertake. Take that from me, dini-mussolini. That is my word, and the word is bond.
Yo, hello, and welcome to another awesome episode of Inside the Music, or Inside the Book, Inside the Business, where we dive into the minds of the people who create marvelous things. It feels so good to be back with you guys once again. So one time for my people who are indigos, crystalline, or starseeds, or for my Vigilantes audience family, and 2 times for my people who are vegetarian or vegans. If you're like me, we are averaging over 37,000 live listeners, and we've been at this for 4 solid years. I appreciate all you guys who've been rocking with the kid on this journey, and we are still evolving, baby. It is all because of you, most definitely. We are the people who have dedicated their lives to music, spirituality, business, literature, art, movies, and research in every aspect, and we want to allow you an opportunity to tell your story. Man, we've had celebrities on our show, from Grammy Award-winning artists to nominees to actors, comedians, CEOs, technology geniuses, visual artists, from authors to professors and aliens. Or people think they're aliens. It doesn't matter who you are or where you come from. Come on our show and talk to me. So check it out. To book an interview or just to share a real cool story, email me at vradio@onlyonemediagroup.com. And that's V as in Victor. I'm passionate about what I do, just as passionate about what you do. And together Yes, together we can get your voice heard by the people who should hear it. So let's create something incredible. You know the number to dial, 701-801-9813. Text that number to your buddy right now and tell them to tune in to connect with us or our guests, or you can hop in the mix directly from our website, onlyonemediagroup.com. Right from the homepage, you can slap that go live button and you'll be right here live in the mix and in the chat room with all of us. Feel free to shoot over some questions to ask our guests while they are here, but only as time permits. Sometimes my guests and I talk entirely too much and we take up the entire hour. And as always, all episodes are available for free download, and you can grab that from either Spreaker.com/onlyonemediagroup, iTunes, YouTube, or any app from the Google Play or iTunes store, or over at our website. And that goes for every single episode that we ever aired.
There's nothing like a great cup of coffee. And Nautical Star Coffee carry delicious coffee in their online store. It tastes amazing, and it's made fresh to order. Located in North Carolina, Nautical Star Coffee wants to be your go-to online coffee store. Like you, they were tired of the same old mediocre coffee that cost a fortune but had little flavor to show for it. At Nautical Star Coffee, there's no minimum purchase required. Sometimes you just want one bag of coffee, and that's fine with them. Their coffee is roasted, bagged, and shipped at the time of your order to ensure freshness. They search for the best coffee blends from Honduras, Colombia, and Costa Rica to give you the greatest cup of coffee. They're also veteran-owned and operated and truly value your coffee needs. If you want the coffee labeled with your own logo, let them know. They can do that for you. Perfect for restaurants that want to have their own coffee brand, and great for your local company or small business too. Start shopping right now at nauticalstarcoffee.com. That's nauticalstarcoffee.com.
All right, again, welcome to the show. You are listening to Vigilantes Radio Podcast right here on iHeart Radio. Thank you guys as always for tuning in and being a part of our audience here. I just want to congratulate my brother. He's starting his own podcast called Voice of the Fans. It's a sports podcast. So yeah, congratulations to that guy. For following in my footsteps. Nah, but seriously, man, just starting anything new in this day and time, with COVID-19, staying at home and all that kind of thing, everybody's being creative and thinking outside the box, doing things that they wouldn't have done if we, were in the midst of what we are in. So yeah, again, congratulations to my brother. But as a part of our ongoing commitment to helping undiscovered musical talent to get exposed worldwide, Vigilantes Radio will post interviews regularly with in-depth questions and answers and pass them to you, the music lovers. So take some time, pull up a chair to hear about a great artist you might have never heard of before, but you may have, which is why a lot of you are here with us tonight. So, like I mentioned earlier, we are interviewing the soul sensation, Ty Lashay. So with that, let's go ahead and welcome her to the show. Hello. You're now live in the midst with all of us. How's it going?
Good. How are you?
Doing great. So glad to have you with us tonight.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, most definitely. My pleasure. So I know there's a lot of stuff going on.
Right.
In our country. Yeah, a lot of stuff, actually.
Right. And I was hearing what you were just saying earlier, great quote, great saying, because, it is a lot of ups and downs going on for everybody, in the world. So yeah. I was, feeling what you was just saying a few minutes ago.
Thank you. Has any of that affected, like, your ability to release music or perform?
Most definitely. Releasing music, sort of, kind of, but definitely performing. Because, with being an artist, you have to perform. You have to explore, you have to do that groundwork. And so, with all this stuff going on, with, the COVID, with all this brutality going on, it's hard for artists to express themselves and even get on stage. So, it's been very difficult, as far as getting on stage wise, but it's still the internet. So people, and myself included, still using that platform to, still perform, but it's still not the same feeling and it's still not the same thing. So it has been difficult.
Definitely. Well, I thought everything was easing up, but it seems to be coming back around.
Yeah, it is coming back around. I don't think it eased up for a second when, like I said, all the stuff going on, with the brutality. Of course, it's been going on, but for the moment for George Floyd, rest in peace. So the COVID-19 died for a second, and then it seemed like things are coming back around, but then again, it's not. So who's to tell? What we'll do shortly or soon.
For sure. Well, I want to back up for a little bit and kind of get into your history as an artist. Like, how did you, get on this journey that you're currently on right now with being an artist?
Well, I basically, started at a young age. I grew up around music. I grew up around a lot of talented people, a lot of, people that rap. So like my Uncle Jay, my dad did music, my mom sung, music was always played around me. So it's kind of like I was born with it, it's in my family. So, basically like probably around the age of 7 or 10, I started actually writing songs and realized, like, okay, I'm gifted. Like, I'm not no ordinary person out here wanting to do music. I'm really good at it. So I kept going with it. Of course, being young, I played sports. I was in school. So it wasn't my main focus for a minute, and, I graduated and, started going for perform at open mics, at the Apache in Atlanta, starting to get seen, starting to get that feel and know like, okay, I could do this for real. I can do music. I can make it, my everything, and I can make it a career, because I know I'm that good at it. So, I could say around like 17, 18, 19, I started really taking it serious and starting to hit the stage, just putting in that groundwork to start doing music. But I really been doing it all my life, just not at a professional level.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Do you remember your first performance ever?
Yes.
How was it?
So I won't say, okay, I won't call it a talent show or first performance, but it is in high school. So, that was okay. But my real performance hitting the stage, like I said, it was at a famous Apache club. It's called the Apache Cafe, and it is a original cafe in Atlanta that a lot of underground artists and big artists go to perform. So they was having a open mic session at the Al Smith Jam session. I went up there, performed with a live band for the first time, hitting the real stage for the first time, and went up there and freestyled a song and, had the song, people singing the song back to me that I just made on stage. So that was like a big moment for me. That was like a wow factor. And it wasn't no big cafe, but it was a lot of people in there, so to me it was a real big deal. So I remember it vividly, and I knew right then that, okay, like, yeah, I got this, so that was a good experience performing with a live band, experience performing in front of like a crowd of various people. It was a great start for me.
Yeah, for sure. How do you get over like stage fright? I know we have a lot of listeners who are, who want to be artists, and they just haven't took that step yet, but they like to hear it from people who have experienced that and probably still experiencing that.
Right.
I know I still get, I don't want to say stage fright, but microphone fright.
Right.
Podcast, and I've been doing this for 6 years, but there's still some nervousness there. But yeah, how do you deal with it?
I say, okay, like you said, it's always going to be some kind of nervousness. Like when I get on stage, I'm always be a little shaky in the beginning. But I say you just got to go do it. You got to have no fear. When you get out there and know, like, okay, I got this, everybody shake, everybody have this little feeling, but I'm going to get over it. This is what I want to do. Because if you fear going up there and if you fear, messing up or shaking or being nervous or letting people see you mess up, then you're not going to ever do it. Or, it's going to take a long time. So I just say, I was scared, but I just like, forget it. I got to do it one day, might as well do it now. So I get up there, I pray first, of course, ask God to guide me through it. And I get up there, take a deep breath, and just feel what I'm about to do. Just go inside myself and go into my own mind and, be able to, you know, show my talent off. So I just say you just have to go do it and believe in yourself and know that, you know, you got it and you're going to give a great show and a great performance, and these people are going to love you. And if you say it and if you feel it, you know, you manifest it. So, you know, that's how I see it.
Definitely. So how's the music scene where you're at, you know?
It's Atlanta. So, you know, I feel like this is the music scene now. This is, you know, the Black Hollywood. So the music scene is it here. I feel like if you know, don't make it here first, you know, where else? Of course there's other places, but like I said, this is the Hollywood for music. So that is a good thing and a bad thing, you know, just like real Hollywood or, you know, ballet, everybody want to do it. Everybody is trying to do it. So, you know, it makes it kind of, you know, everybody's trying to do it. Like, so it's kind of, it's hard, but then it's not, because if you're good, you're going to get heard regardless. But just know, like, this is the place that everybody is trying to do it. Everybody's trying to make it, and everybody have an opportunity to make it, you know, here in Atlanta. Like, that is for sure. If you have a passion for something, and if you dedicate it, and if you push yourself, and if you're good, you have an opportunity to make it here. So I do think it's the land of the dreams, you know, here, and this is a good place to do music. It is a very big music scene. A lot of big artists resonate in here. You know, a lot of artists come here to do their music, whether they're from Chicago, Cali, or whatever. They always come to Atlanta, you know. So I feel like Atlanta is the music industry right now.
Definitely. I would say back in like 2013, 14, 15, 16, around that area. That time. I remember booking my first tour out in Atlanta, and that's because they had so many places you can play at.
Right.
From open mic to showcases.
Right, everywhere.
Like, we had 2 shows a night for the entire weekend, 6 shows, and we were just, you know, independent artists with no names, and Atlanta showed us so much love.
Yeah. And that's the thing about Atlanta. They do show love. You know, like I said, I started performing at open mics, and I was going, like you say, every day. You know, like really trying to bust their head, and they would have different things going on. They'll have a hip-hop session, they have poetry, they have jazz, and I've seen them all, you know, because I do it all. So, and it was getting shown love by, you know, people from other countries that was really coming to the Apache to watch underground artists and, you know, real artists show their craft and show their work. So they do show love, most definitely, you know, they do that.
Yeah, I would say around like 2017, like, and this is like little 6 points. Most of the venues are spots like that, the poetry spots,
right?
The Africana scene. Most of those venues had closed around 2017, 2018.
And then, oh, I'm sorry. You speak a little 6 points, but now like little 5 points is like it's redirected. Like it's the same thing, you know, just in little 5 points. Like that's
what I meant to say. Little 5 points. I don't know why I said little 6 points.
You know, I was in college around that time, but now they're back open because the African store is right by. It's called Def Records, you know, but it's like a record store, and people be doing performances there, like all through that strip, you know, at the shoe store everywhere. So I know what you're talking about. Yeah,
right over there. Yep. And then there's like some like educational Africana Jamaica, because I'm Jamaican American, so I kind of fitted in right in that spot. They had all kind of stuff, man. And 2017 I went again, tried to do the same thing, and all the, you know, little spots like that were closed or closed down. I was just wondering about the music scene nowadays, you know.
It's back up. Yeah, especially like I said, little 5 points is really, like I said, I went to this little record store there. You know, and I don't hang out there, but I know that's where the music is. And there's a lot of college and a lot of tourists, and it's like a lot of things going on. You know, you can go to the shoe store and they have people performing inside the shoe store. You go inside the record store, people be performing, people be performing on the street. Like everybody, everywhere is just, you know, on the go. Everybody is being artists, you know, everybody's performing. Every spot has somewhere for you to perform at. So it's really about like getting out there and, you know, putting in that groundwork. Because you can have like 1,000, you know, hits on the web or, you know, followers and stuff, but if you don't go out there and fill that stage, then, you know, what is it? You know, so it's all about going to different cities, and especially Atlanta, and putting in that groundwork, hitting them cafes, hitting them little showcases, not worrying about who's there, not worrying about how many people, is showing up, because somebody going to show up and somebody going to hear, and they're going to tell that person, and, they're going to tell that person, so it's just how it goes.
Yeah. Ty, speaking of the internet versus like physical performances, a lot of artists nowadays think that, that's only where it's at, on social media, your numbers, and they never hit a stage ever.
Right.
And to me, that just doesn't work as an artist. Like,
nope.
What is your whole perception of
that? That is a good question, because I've run into a lot of artists that is like that as well. They brag on hits they have on the internet, and like, I have 630K hits. Okay, but have you ever performed? Have these people ever heard your voice? Could you do that on stage? Do you have stage presence? You know what I'm saying? And even if those are views, like, computers are generated, it don't matter. I feel like you have to really know who listening to you. You have to see your fans. You have to feel that stage, because, what if you do have so many hits, and then somebody say, oh, yeah, you're a great artist, let me sign you, or whatever, and you don't even know what the ins and outs out on stage, or how to cue your mic, or how to talk to, just the whole thing of that. And I also feel like it's not about views on your music, because I know I got good music, and I know other people got good music, but, that can be played by, industry, kind of thing. So I don't feel like it's all about plays. You can have great music and only got heard by 2 people. You can have crap music and it get played by millions of people, I don't think it's about, the plays. The plays don't say how good of an artist is to me at all. That's not what it is for me. So I think it's all about the groundwork. If you don't put the groundwork in, then it's kind of like growing a tree without planting the seed in the roots, So it kind of like it's no strength, or it's no foundation inside of it, or, knowing what the ins and outs that an artist really have to go through. So it's all about the groundwork. It's all about performing in hidden stage and, seeing people.
Right. For sure. So what would you say is like the biggest challenge you still face as an indie artist today?
Like I said, I'm going to say the industry, you want to call it that, but it is the image, you could say. The image that the industry have control of, that they want people to see, So it's really not even about like, I'm a dope artist, and you dope, you can write, all your songs are dope, but what you look like, what your body like, you know what I'm saying? Or, you know what I'm saying? So it's not really about how good your music is. It's not about that soul that they hear. It's not about that rasp. It's not about that pain. They, take all that away. Take all the talent, take all the soul, and, they try to change that. So it's hard being that soulful artist coming out here to an industry full of non-soulful artists, or it's not even say that it is not non-soulful, because it's 1,000 million quadrillion indie artists, but they're not getting a chance in the day, because one, they're not going to sell themselves. It's not saying that people do sell themselves short, but that's not what the industry looking for. They don't want no more Erykah Badu's. They may want 1 or 2, but they don't want no more Lauryn Hills. They don't want that kind of generation of music, because that's not what they want to portray to the world. They don't want our youth seeing any more Erykah Badu's or Lauryn Hills, or, black empowerment queens, speaking on, in turbans and, baggy clothes, still beautiful, or still feeling like, they're attractive without, doing all this extra stuff, and their music really speaking to the world. They don't want that. So it's hard saying like, I'm about to go to the industry. I'm about to make my music worldwide. Everybody in the world gonna know me, and I know this for a fact. But you also gotta understand that this is not what the industry or whoever is in charge of major artists hitting every radio station, every platform, every social media want the world to see. So, it's not hard continuing being who I am, because I'm always be a soulful artist. And soulful music is not the only music I make. I'm an artist. I can make country music, hip hop, I rap, I do it all. But what I'm not going to do is, sell myself. I'm selling my music. I'm selling I want to say my soul, but I'm trying to give my soul to other people. I want to feel other people's souls. I want their souls to feel my music, and how I look or how I dress or what I'm showing. I don't have nothing to do with my music. So that's basically the difficulty. Is like knowing for a fact that, okay, I know I'm probably going to, get up there and, certain people going to want to mess with me, maybe even sign me. But what are they going to make me do? What are they going to want from me to change with myself? Do they, I like to dress. I like the whole TLC 90s era of clothing.
I love that, yeah.
I'm a tomboy. I play ball. So I like to be that way, but I'm still cute. I'm still pretty. So are they going to try to make me, like do this? Or I talk about, struggle and pain and making it and, black power. Are they going to try to make me talk about twerking and shaking my ass? It's difficult for artists like me because they already know that this ain't what they want. This is what I want. This is what mostly the world need, because we need a balance. But this ain't what they want. So what am I going to do about that? So that's basically the difficult part in being a soulful artist.
Yeah. And speaking of that, even as far as like perspective and censorship, especially in this day, it seems like, and this is just me, so guys, feel free to send me the hate email as you
me too.
do. Yeah. About how America is just so sensitive these days. Like you can't stand for nothing without somebody getting offended. It seems like the flag should just be white.
Right. It should be. It is.
That way nobody gets offended,
Right. It is.
I don't want to offend you or this group or that group. And
I can talk about the hours, but
Does that affect your music any? Are you finding yourself walking on eggshells or having to change a certain lyric just so nobody won't blackball you, or you lose a deal or a fan?
Right. Yeah. And nope. At all. Like when it comes to Facebook and like in like the internet, not even watching what I say, because like censorship kind of is like no freedom of speech. Like you say, like watching, making sure certain people don't get certain information and stuff like that. So as far as just like knowing, okay, I'm an artist, you gotta watch what you say. Okay, yeah, common sense, everybody has it. You can't be saying certain things, but when it's come far as like my pride and my black empowerment and what I have to say about this world and the government and my music, that's a no, because like I said, I was born in 94. I grew up, my dad was a huge Tupac fan. I grew up on Tupac, Lauryn Hill, NWA, people that spoke their mind, so I feel like that's what music is for, to speak your mind. And I feel like can't nobody stop me. Yes, money wise they can't, like you're not gonna get played, or you're nobody's not gonna hear what you're saying anyway, because they control the internet, they control what's being said, what's being done. If they feel like you're saying anything extra, they're gonna stop it, so that's the difficult part. Like, okay, yeah, if I'm talking some real shit, they might not be like, okay, she doing too much, because this is what we want the black community, to be honest, to hear. We don't want no young black girls talking about like, okay, you don't have to go sudden and get no money, you don't have to hate black men, you don't have to do none of that, you know what I'm saying? And they don't want that kind of music to be put out. So censorship is just another way of controlling your mind and what you say and what other people say. And it do have a big impact on my music. I feel it already, and a lot of people don't even know me, but I know where I'm going. So I feel like it's up to me to not let that happen. It's up to me like to say what I feel, because this is what I'm here for. Because other people ain't gonna say it, because they under this censorship that ain't got nothing to do with me, because I'm not owned by nobody. I don't have to watch what I say, because it's supposed to be freedom of speech. So I don't have to. I don't feel like I should have to do that, because don't nobody else do it. So I feel like music is where you're supposed to let it all out. And I think a lot of people do. They don't care about, like I said, our music these days, And when I say our music, because it is, it's fucked up. Excuse my language, but it's messed up. And, it's a lot of indirect, ways of living. Everybody want to sell drugs. Everybody got change. Everybody want to flash money. Everybody want to twerk. Everybody want to rob, jug, whatever. You know what I'm saying? And they okay with that, Put that all out. They okay with the social media. You seeing, people hanging, and you seeing these old pictures of slavery. They can put that out. No censorship about things like that. But let you say something about, coming together, starting into this, that, and the third, or, black people was kings and queens before all this, or, this land, this and that. There's none of that. It's going to be stopped. And I feel like my duty is to not let it be stopped.
That's right.
I feel like I have a voice, and I feel like my voice is going to be heard. Everybody can't stop me. Of course they'll make it difficult, but, if there's a will, there's a way. And I feel like nobody can stop my destiny. So, it's a lot of people out there like, she's doing too much already, and I'm pretty sure it's a lot of people that's watching, and making sure these, Tupacs don't get arisen no more, Like, it's not going to stop me. So censorship is not going to stop me, because I feel like I'm supposed to be saying these things anyway. Like I said, I think censorship is really supposed to be for common sense. Like, don't be out there calling no old woman no B word. Don't be out there, saying, this. But, like, as far as saying Black Power or, Black Lives Matter or anything like that, or saying, like, look, can't trust the government, trust yourself. If you say anything like that, you're in trouble. But I feel like, like, they're not God, God, tell me what I can and cannot do. And I feel like I already seen it, and I already feel like I'm that voice. So, like, when it comes to censorship, I too much don't see it. Like, when you talking about music now, like, you talking about opinions and giving opinions on other artists, I feel like you should censor that a little bit, because as an artist, you are not, you're not a judge. You're not a critic. So that's the only way I feel like you should watch your mouth or anything you say when it comes down to doing music or interviews, is talking about other people's artistry.
That's right. That's
about it. Other than that, I feel like it's a free game. It's a free world, because things are getting put out whether we like it or not. I mean, we're traumatized forever from the things we done seen. So why not? Like, why not speak your mind? Why be scared to speak your mind because you think they're controlling, like, your way up to the top? And it's not really that. It's that, but it's not that. It's all the money. So, yeah.
Yeah, for sure. What's currently playing on your playlist right now that has been inspiring you to create these days?
Well, I would say I have like a lot of old music. I don't too much, listen to a lot of new music. So, like Tupac, like Lauryn Hill, a lot of Erykah Badu, a lot of Nate Dogg. I mess with Nate Dogg a lot. I feel like I'm a female Nate Dogg. Like I said, Kelly Price, things like that. A lot of 90s hip hop and R&B, because I feel like that was the most organic era, other than like, the 70s and 60s with Temptations and the whole Motown. That is as well. Anything from Motown, as far from, Temptation, everybody, like, I listen to old school music from the 90s to 2001. You'll hear on my playlist, anything. I feel like that was just the most organic era. I don't know. I guess that's where I was born, and I don't know, that era and that feel was just different, Yeah. And I don't know if it was because a lot of duets or something, and males was actually rapping, and females was actually rapping and singing and doing ballads and stuff, really showing their talent. It was you had to really be talented back in the day to make it.
That's right. Yeah.
That's why I keep it on my playlist, to let me know, like, this is the era of where I was born in. This is the good music. This is the music. Not saying that today music's not good, but this music, have feel and soul. Like, I was real young listening to, Woman to Woman, like 10, and feeling her pain, and I know nothing about it, kind of music like that. Like, music with soul in it, music with feeling and passion and knowledge, of some sort, so I have to keep that on my playlist.
That's right. So, so what's on the horizon as far as like short-term goals?
Just, keep going forward, with my music, keep gaining followers and fans, because I am, new at this. I'm not going to even play like I don't have an Instagram full of 1 million followers that I had before I really start, getting connected with my music. So I'm from ground up, so I'm just really basically focusing on gaining more fans, putting music out there, letting people know who I am, getting my name out there some way, some sort, so that's just a short-term goal of mine. Just keep making good music, keep putting good music out, and keep letting people know who I am.
Definitely. And this is your debut single, right?
Yes, it is.
Man, how did you celebrate the release?
Well, I didn't too much celebrate, to be honest, because it was a lot of things going on. So the song, I really put the song out at a good time, because like I said, there's a lot going on. A lot of tragic events happened, as far as losing my mother and my brother, actually a week before I put it out, I believe. So, that is the reason why I put it out, because the song is called Sometimes It Rain. So I'm like, okay, what's the best time? I was actually going to hold it back even longer, but I'm like, no, the best time is now, especially with, what I was going through and what the world was going through, with all the stuff happening to, our people and everybody getting sick and things like that. So I'm like, okay, Sometimes It Rain needs to come out now, because people need to hear it and people need to get uplifted from their pain. So too much didn't celebrate, but I was excited. I was excited about putting it out, I did a little toast or whatever, but nothing major, I was just ready to put it out. It actually made me eager, and I was, determined. I'm like, okay, this song is a great song. The song have a lot of meaning to it, and the song can connect to everybody, especially at this moment. So now is the time, so that's, that's how I want to say celebrated, but how I enjoyed putting it out. I was glad I put it out when I did, and I was excited and still excited about the journey that this single is going to take. I know this is going to touch the world, one day at a time and 1 ear at a time. So, it was great putting out this song and actually even recording it at the place I recorded it at.
For sure. Well, we're about to get into the song Sometimes It Rains by Ty Lashay.
Yes.
We'll be right back, folks. Stay tuned.
Yeah, they said I wasn't gonna make it out. Said I wasn't gonna be nothing in this wood without a doubt. But see, one thing about me, I believe in self. Cause I'm all about my honor and I know my wealth. Do your thing, forget what people say. Cause they always gonna try to downplay. If they ain't doing the things that you're doing, say no way. How sway? How can I do what you ain't did today? Forget what they say and do what you gotta do. Just make a way. Live life cause I know it rains sometimes. But baby, after the rain comes sunshine. Cause it's okay. But you know you gotta keep your faith and keep your hustle. Can't nobody tell you worth, nobody tell you growth. You're a strong little mother and you gotta let these haters know it's okay. It's okay, sometimes it rains. And sometimes you struggle, sometimes it's pain. But you gon' make it out, you'll grow again. Yeah, sometimes it rains, sometimes it rains. Sometimes it rains. Sometimes it rains. Some people happy, some people upset. Some people bitter, some people are mad. Yeah. Some people happy, some people upset. Some people bitter, some people are mad. Sometimes it rains.
we are back again. That was Ty Lashay with her song Sometimes It Rang. Man, what a heartfelt record, dope record. If you like it, go ahead, add it to your playlist. We did. And, I always know what's best for you, and that's to follow, do what I do, right? Nah, just kidding. But yeah, go ahead and add that song to your playlist. Wasn't kidding about that part. All right, so whenever there is something you desire to accomplish, make a solid, personal, meaningful connection between what that is and why you are doing it. Find a way to maintain that connection moment by moment, day by day, and to keep it firmly in front of your mind. When difficulties and disappointments come, when the challenges seem to be overwhelming, when you are weary, tired, the connection will keep you going. Knowing why and connecting to that why will make all the difference in the world in your motivation and your energy level, effectiveness, persuasiveness, creativity, persistence, and ability to get things accomplished. I'm serious. Like anything that you're doing, ask yourself, why are you doing it? And if you don't have a why, make a why, and they'll give you some true insight, some fuel, to go after it full force at all costs. What do you truly desire for yourself? And why do you desire that? Forge a golden connection between what and why, and you'll achieve truly remarkable things. Take that from me, Dini-Mussolini. That is my word, and word is bond. For right now, let's bring back the woman of the moment. Ty Lashay, you're back live with us.
Yes.
Welcome back.
Good word of wisdom.
Thank you.
Oh.
Yeah, so what have you been listening to lately that we need to know about, like some artists that may be the unknown, the indie artists that we should be checking out?
Well, because I'm not too good on that, so she's not too much of indie artist. Well, actually, she is. It's this one girl. Her name is Ravy. I believe her Instagram is at RAVVIE, and she is really dope. She's from Atlanta, Georgia also. She got a great sound, great talent, but of course this is the land of opportunity, so a lot of people ain't out there yet, but I see them every day. So shout out to Ravy, and coming up with her music. This is also another artist named Bossalina, and she is not from Atlanta, but she is from Gaston, Alabama. That is a really, really dope artist. Bossalina, everybody go, on YouTube and check out that artist as well. Very, very dope. Very original. So, those a couple, artists that's out there that's, on the move. I'm really not good at names, so I'm pretty sure once I hang up with you, I'm like, oh, this person. But, just shout out to all the indie artists, all the soul artists, and all the independent artists out there, period, that's, on the grind. Like, I have the utmost respect for everybody, because we all walking in that same shoe, in some sort of way. So,
yeah,
shout out to them all.
Yeah, shout out to Bossalina. She's been on my show before. Very
For
dope
real?
artist.
Yeah. Yep. We actually got a song coming out, just so that everybody knows. It's called I Pray. So, be looking out for that. She's very dope.
Yeah, I met her organically. She's a fan of Busy Bone, and that's who I manage. So she was hitting me on some whole other business, and we had a chance to interview her for the show. She's very dope. And by the way, like a lot of us, when you say independent artists, I guess a lot of us don't have managers. I don't know. So that's another thing, like, listeners out there, and even if there are any managers or anything that's out there, don't always go for the artists that have a little clout first, because you never know where the golden goose is or the golden egg. I feel like a lot of people out there that don't give a lot of artists like Bossalina or myself or, the other artists I speak of, because they're like, okay, where's the little clout at? Like, they want you to do that work first before they even get in there. And I feel like, a lot of us out there don't have, not even that mindset, but the steps and the guidelines
to making it, so, to just out there, any managers listening, there's a lot of good artists out here, just don't know the way, they don't know the next step, or, who you talk to after this, or, after you perform and, making songs, of course, you have to copyright and publish and do all these things. A lot of artists don't even know the little simple parts. So,
right,
a lot of managers out there that actually can, meet, or help make other Tupacs and Lauryn Hills and Erykah Badu's, like that, the diamond in the rough, but they're not seeing that because they're too busy looking at crystals.
Yeah, they're looking for the Tekashis and the
right, like,
now,
like, Jesus. And, it is because, like, I know I'm going off the subject, but it is because of the internet, that people like Tekashi 6ix9ine could even get a chance in life of doing any kind of rapping, or anything like that. But, manager and promotion and things like that, they don't give a damn what you sound like. But if you get heard on the radio 20 million times a day, they gonna like you because they're gonna start bobbing their head, so it's all about that. But, some people don't see it as, actually, having a soul for it, or, having a will to, like, find that artist. Most people just looking for money, and they don't give a rat's ass if, they sound good or not, or if they have even a little bit of talent, So, again, shout out to the indie artists.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah.
All right. Well, before we let you go, let everybody know where they can connect with you online.
Okay, well, you can follow me on all social media platforms with all my music on, all the platforms, Spotify, iTunes, SoundCloud, everything like that. You can follow me on Instagram at The Real Ty Lashay. That's The Real, TYLASHAY. On Twitter, Ty Lashay. So those two places you can follow me, but you can get my music everywhere. Just stay tuned and remember the name.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Ty Lashay, for being our special guest. It was truly an honor. Yeah, kicking some knowledge with you.
Yes, thank you for having me, and hopefully, we chat again.
Yeah, for sure. You're welcome back anytime.
Don't say that. I'm just saying. I'll be back. Just say the word.
All right.
All right. You have a great day.
You too.
Thank you.
Good night.
Thank you, my Vigilantes family, as always, for checking out my podcast over here at Vigilantes Radio. All episodes are available for free download, and you can grab that from either Spreaker.com/only1mediagroup, iTunes, YouTube, any app that's on a Google Play or iTunes store, or our website. And that goes from every single episode that we've ever aired. If you'd like to request music or a particular guest or send something for me to play, email it to theradio@only1mediagroup.com. If it's music, please label it by artist and title. Here's my disclaimer. We are genre free, we do not judge, and we absolutely do not base our opinions on hearsay but facts alone. And actually, you can scratch all of that because all of my opinions are always right. That's the bottom line. This is my show, so deal with it. Nah, just kidding. On behalf of myself, Dini-Mussolini, I appreciate all you guys for tuning in, either afterwards or live with us. Spread the word because sharing is caring. We stepped up our game just for you guys and our guests to make sure that you have the best experience here on our show. Be sure to connect with us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Tumblr, as well as Spreaker. We always follow back. That is the #1 rule. Okay, well, just remember to be yourself and be absolutely great at just doing that. Avoid being too comfortable because you're messing with your potential when you do that. Peace and have a good night.
You are now listening to Vigilantes Radio, the people's choice for quality interviews, art, music, and hot topics. Hosted by Demetrius Houdini Black Reynolds of the duo No Longer the Hero. All episodes of this podcast are available for free download at www.onlyonemediagroup.com. This is a Seventh Sign Regime Rebirth Worldwide Syndicate exclusive.